But they're gonna go fast. Huh?
69. I'm gonna see if I do if I put it back in there. I don't know this.
Yeah, go ahead and try that again. Maybe it's the way it's sitting. Maybe you have to adjust it. Yep. Good. And that's fair. Erie Sound.
Oh, yeah, it was there. This is not a test.
It's not a test. All right, hey, Shalom, Akim, out there. We the brothers of the Great Millstone Church in Birmingham, Alabama. And as always, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, must do honors and respect to the sincere brethren out there laboring in his work. You know, continue pushing out this gospel in our true faith and sincerity. Shalom to you believers, with Akim and Aqua, the brothers and sisters alike that subscribe to this truth. And, you know, every one of you that sincerely subscribe to this doctrine and trust in Yahweh Shema Shah. Now, this sitting right here is going to be entitled An Erie Sound, man. All right? Because that's what this doctrine entails. You know, there's nothing sweet, you know, about this teaching that's on display and that has been presented to you. And there's a reason why the Lord set the prophets up here in the last days. Matter of fact, give me that 1 Corinthians 4 and 9. All right? We were set up in a time where all hell was going to break loose. So how can we prophesy of good things to come, you know, or peace, when this is the time reserved for the wrath of Yahweh Shema Shah? Matter of fact, somebody give me also a Jeremiah. You know what I want, Jeremiah 28 chapter. Go ahead.
This is 1 Corinthians 4 and 9. For I think that the Most High has set forth us, the apostles, last.
Whoa, read this again.
It says, for I think that the Most High has set forth us, the apostles, last.
Right, the Lord set forth the apostles last. Okay? Now, what's going to happen in the last days? Give me that perilous time. So if the Lord set forth the apostles last, all right, then we have to pretty much frame and convey what's going on in the last days. And we're going to tell you what's going to happen in the last days. Go ahead.
It's 2 Timothy 3 and 1. This know also that in the last days,
see, in the last days, go ahead,
perilous times shall come.
Perilous times shall come. So if the prophets were set up in the last days, and the last days entails perilous times, what's going to be the message? It's going to be an eerie, man. That's why you got to be wary of anybody out there that's teaching this joy, mirth teaching, this idea of everything's going to be all right. You know, no, everything is not going to be all right, man. All right? So go back to 1 Corinthians 4.
1 Corinthians 4 and 9. For I think that the Most High has set forth us, the apostles, last, as it were appointed to us, as it were appointed to death. For we are made a spectacle.
Right, and we are made a spectacle. Okay, a spectacle means a gazing stock, pretty much. We're on display. The Lord has laid us out in front of everybody. And this feat has been accomplished by way of the internet, and particularly YouTube. Hey, you got these different celebrities. Hey, these people ear hustling us, man. The op was just showing me when you got a damn YouTube channel. I forget the name of it, but they had a video centered around Jacob's trouble. Where the hell they get that from, man? You got this guy who just came out with his name. He said Bill Gates was doing pushing the coronavirus for the chip.
Roger Stone.
Roger Stone.
Yep.
Where he get that from?
Yep.
Right now, this truth has taken the center stage, man. And now everybody's ear hustling the words of Yahweh Shema Shah. It's beginning to be common knowledge now, the things that we teach. At one time, it was, you know, this was perceived to be some teaching that you would be astonished in, you know, common knowledge.
Yep.
All right? Go ahead.
It says, for we are made a spectacle unto the world and to the angels and to men.
Yep. So now give me Jeremiah 28.
This is Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries.
Right. So the prophets, and the MO of the prophets was to prophesy against countries, man. Give me that, the prophet who prophesied peace
Oh, that's never.
Okay, come on. Oh, okay. That's spirit. Jeremiah 28. That's right. Yep.
Continue.
Matter of fact,
You talking about Jeremiah 23, ain't
uh, uh,
Oh, it's the same thing.
uh-huh.
Yeah, okay.
Matter of fact, start at 7, and then yeah. Well, start. Yeah, go ahead. Start at the top, and go to Jeremiah 23 as well. All right, go ahead.
Okay. 7. Let's start at 7.
Start at the top.
Start at top. Okay, it's 28:1. Jeremiah 28:1. And it came to pass the same year, in the beginning of the reign of Zedekiah, king of Judah, in the fourth year, and in the 5th month, that Hananiah, the son of Azur, the prophet, which was of Gibeon, spake unto me in the house of the Lord, in the presence of the priests and all the people, saying, Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, saying, I have.
Oh, and that's heavy because the Lord is being introduced to you as who? The Lord of hosts, man. When you go into the word host, it translates to armies, man. So you getting a message, all right? You getting a message from a warrior, man. So how good is this message gonna be? give me Samuel.
God.
You know?
Yeah, this first, you want to go and get that. First Samuel, chapter 16, and 4, it said, And Samuel did that which the Lord spake, and came to Bethlehem, and the elders of the town trembled at his coming.
Right, they trembled at his coming, man. Why? Go ahead.
And said, Comest thou peaceably?
Oh, but comest thou peaceably? Meaning it's more coming for the prophets to come conveying war and destruction, man.
Yep.
And the sound of the prophets will be eerie. Why? Because the prophets were set up to warn you. And we're going to go into that. We're going to go into Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter, you know. The prophets were set up to warn you, man. And that with all warning signs, you know, we just had a big storm down here in Alabama, you know, in which it hit certain parts of the South, Mississippi, Louisiana. Oh, I think the death toll was like in the 20s. You know, you had major winds. Hey, through the spirit, man, I was cool, man. You know what I mean? Like, I felt a little wind. I mean, I heard a little wind pick up. Other than that, it was gravy, man. I did a video, laid back, you know, watched a little TV, man. The Lord got us. All right? But the point is, when they was warning you, you was getting alerts. Like the brothers were speaking, you know, before we even got into this lesson, those sounds was eerie, man. You know, a sound of a warning is eerie. It's not pleasing to the ears. So we here to warn you that the Lord is getting ready to open up on you people, man. The Lord about to pour out his wrath, man. So that sound is gonna be an eerie sound. All right. So go ahead. You have more in?
No, it was on that the Jeremiah.
Okay.
Jeremiah.
Oh yeah, Slacky. Slacky. Oh yeah, that was the point on that. Yeah, that was, yeah.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah 28:2. Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, saying, I have broken the yoke of the king of Babylon.
Yep.
Within 2 full years will I bring again into this place all the vessels of the Lord's house that
Woo! And that, hey man, that's bad right there. Because that's all somebody to the elect. When you go into, for an example, the erection commemorating Titus. Yeah, the Ark of Titus, where they were taking the vessels out of the Lord's house. Do you understand that was somebody to the elect? That was somebody to Israel? Because they took us captive too. The Lord said that we are his jewels. So Esau had the Lord's goods in his possession, right? So the Lord said he's going to bring back those vessels. See? So, which physically, yeah, we're going to get everything back. Because the scriptures tell you in Isaiah the 60th chapter how the sea is going to give up. And that's dealing with the nations. They're going to give us everything they took from us. But also that's dealing with us. We are the jewels of the Lord, man. And these devils stole the Lord's jewels and have it in his possession to this very day. So that's what it's going into. Go ahead.
Right. Jeremiah 28:3.
Let my people go. And what happened when they didn't let the Lord's people go? He sent a series of plagues. So that's what we are now. And through the Spirit, it's so much. It's like a buffet. We don't know what, but we're going to just let the Spirit guide us. We got information we want to share with you via video. All right. We got articles we want to share. So just sit back and enjoy. All right? So go ahead.
Jeremiah 28:3, within 2 full years will I bring again into this place all the vessels of the Lord's house that Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, took away from this place and carried them to Babylon.
Yeah.
And I will bring again to the place Jezoniah, the son of Jehoiakim, a king of Judah, with all the captives of Judah that went into Babylon, saith the Lord. For I will break the yoke of the king of Babylon. Then the prophet Jeremiah said unto the prophet Hananiah, in the presence of the priests, and in the presence of all the people that stood in the house of the Lord, even the prophet Jeremiah said, Amen. The Lord do so. The Lord perform thy works, which thou hast prophesied, to bring again the vessels of the Lord's house, and all that is carried away captive from Babylon into this place. Nevertheless, hear thou now this word that I speak in thine ears, and in the ears of all the people. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against
the prophets have been before me and before thee of old. What did they do?
Both prophesied against many countries and against great kingdoms of war.
Of war.
And of evil.
And of evil.
And of pestilence.
Right. So when you consider all these different self-proclaimed teachers, those who claim to build a foundation of the scriptures, what group capture those three entities right there? Prophesying against many countries of war, pestilence, and evils, man. Only the men here at Great Millstone. We prophesy about war, and proof in the pudding is when you, if you ever came across the camps, the first thing you see is a sign of the nuclear destruction, man. All right? Then we prophesy of evil, which when you break that word down, it translates to bad times, which we are going to, this lesson here is centered around in itself. Then it says of pestilence, man. And that's what you're witnessing right now. All right? A pestilence, which a pestilence is not just reserved to just, a disease. It's all the plagues that the Lord sent. The milsons is going to be a plague, man. All right? Anything that brings dis-ease. The word disease actually means dis-ease. And that's what the Lord is going to do. Shake everything up. That's what the Lord is doing. Taking everybody out of their comfort zone. All right? So go ahead, continue up.
Verse 9, Jeremiah 28:9. The prophet which prophesied peace.
Right. The prophet that prophesied peace would be a rare thing. If you understood the scriptures and understood the way the Lord went about his business. Look, the Lord didn't never raise up the prophets till it was time for destruction, man. Moses and Aaron was prophets. The Lord sent them forth because it was time for the Lord to overthrow Egypt. Noah was a prophet, man. He sent him forth because it was what? It was time to send forth a global destruction, on a global scale in the form of the flood. Jonah didn't go to Nineveh to say, hey, everybody hold hands. He went to say, you finna get put to death out here, man. And even when everything smoothed out, the Lord still ended up destroying Nineveh, man.
Say something.
You got
different chapters, that talks about the kingdom. Before that, the chapter before it talks about the destruction, man.
Yep.
That's right.
Oh, that's bad.
After this, like what is Ezekiel 37, then 38, then 39, and all that.
Whoa. Yep.
It's a process, man. Destruction got to come first, man.
Yep. The destruction is an effort to deliver us. So how can we say that you're going to be delivered without saying it's going to be a destruction, man? So this is a warning, all right? This is a warning. Whenever you come across hey, I'm going to say this, right? Whenever you get an alert, that's a warning. That's us blowing the trumpet. Whenever the sound of your phone, when you get that alert, that's us blowing the trumpet, man. We warning you. Because when you come in these videos, we're not telling you, hey, man, it's going to be a great day today. Hey, go out there, get it, get your education. We ain't giving you no inspiration speeches over here, man. We telling you that Yahweh Shema Shai is poised to destroy you. All right? The axe is laid to the very root. Yeah, go ahead.
Ezekiel 2:10, and he spread it before me.
Jump up.
All right, so Ezekiel 2 and verse 8, it says, but thou son of man, all right, come. Ezekiel 2 and 9.
Mhm.
And when I looked, behold, a hand was sent upon me,
Mhm.
and lo, a roll of a book was therein.
Right, and that's with these books that you see all over the place. That's the same book that I'm reading right here. And what do this book capture? Go ahead.
Ezekiel 2 and 10, and he spread it before me, and it was written within and without.
Right, when you hold the scripture up real quick, when it says within and without, this is within, and this is without. All right, go ahead.
It says, and he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations and mournings and woe.
Right, and this is what this book entails. All right, so if we're going to read and speak from this book, then what's the message? Mourning, lamentations, and woe. Thus the title of this sitting, an Erie Sound. And that's the sound that we getting. We got some?
Yeah,
All right, anybody got some precepts out here? We're gonna show you that the current events, through the spirit, of course, the power of Yahweh Shemel Shah, all these current events is nothing but bad news, man. So the prophecies by default is bad news. How can we prophesy about the things that's coming? And the prophecies entail, giving you a pep talk. Hey, chin up when all hell about to break loose. And you see that everything on the horizon through the media, which Yahweh Shemel Shah controls both sides, man. Everything works hand in hand. Everything complements one another. The current events can't be contrary to the prophecy, man. Pretty much we narrating what's happening now. We're going to show you that through the spirit. All right, so go ahead and get what you got, then we're going to play a little of this video out.
God, 1 Corinthians 14 and 7. And even things without life give it sound, whether pipe the heart,
Whether piped or heart.
except they give a distinction in the sounds.
Right, so if the trumpet, if an alarm, if an alert is being blown, right? If it's not a distinction in that sound, then what's going to be the case?
How shall it be known what is piped or heart?
How should I know what to do? If I hear a damn ice cream truck sound, I don't know to go and take cover. Go ahead.
It says, for if the trumpet give
Or a carnival. You know what I mean?
Go outside.
Yeah, you're going to go outside.
Yeah.
You're going to go outside and block the lawn chair. Go ahead.
It said,
And that's based on a dream I had. Like, motherfuckers, the missiles were coming, the motherfuckers was in lawn chairs, man. Yep, go ahead.
it says, for if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle?
Right, so who shall prepare himself to the battle? When you hear like a fire alarm, that sound is eerie. And guess what? Sounds affect the body. A sound, the vibrations, and that even goes with music. Esau know that, like 808 drums, and Esau know about all that shit. So a sound actually affects, the hairs on the back of your neck can stand up from a certain sound, and that's mercy, man. That's the Lord telling you get the hell out of here. I'm about to open up. See what I'm saying? Go ahead. Matter of fact, give me Habakkuk the second chapter real quick. You can hear the sound,
That's serious.
Go ahead. Habakkuk 2, start at the top.
God, this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and 1. I will stand upon my watch.
Well, I will stand upon my watch, right? Now, this is concerning the men who the Lord set up to watch for the city. Give me that real quick out in Ezekiel. If you set up, if you close. You already got that? Bring it out.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 33, and verse 2, man. Ezekiel 33 and verse, I'm going to start at 1. Again, the word of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh came unto me, saying, verse 2, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman.
Now, meaning what? Let's say you subscribe to the goddamn, hey, y'all heard this nigga, Apostle Geno Jennings, right? Heard that nigga. Let's say if you subscribe to him, you just made him the watchman of your coast, man. You just made him your watchman. If you subscribe to IUIC or ISUPK, you just made that particular group your watchman.
That's right.
All right, so that's on you now.
Mhm.
You made this guy a guardian over you, your family, you know?
Yep.
All right, read that again.
Ezekiel 33 and verse 2,
Mm-hmm.
Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman.
Right. So you got brothers and sisters out there that subscribe to us, that means you officially made us your watchmen. All right? If you subscribe to General Yohana, then you made him your watchman. See? Go ahead.
Verse 3, Ezekiel 33 and verse 3, if when he see the sword come upon the land,
Mm-hmm.
he blow the trumpet.
See, he blow the trumpet, right? So that trumpet is going to give off a certain sound. War is coming. A sword is coming. Destruction is coming, man. Go ahead.
It says, and warn the people.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Verse 4 it says, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet
Mm-hmm.
and taketh not warning,
Mm-hmm.
if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head.
Right. So the point is what? You have certain men that were set up to warn you. All right. Now let's go back here.
God, Habakkuk 2 and 1, I will stand upon my watch
Mm-hmm.
and set me upon the tower,
Mm-hmm.
and will watch to see what he will say.
Now
unto
read
me.
that again. I'll
God,
read that one more time.
God, it says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower.
So the scripture said this watchman is going to stand upon his watch and set upon a tower. Now when you go back to the ancient world, they would sit on the tower and they'll watch over the city, right?
Right.
Now in the modern times, what's the tower? The internet. That's why when you consider the computer, it's actually known as a tower. You know the box of the computer? They call it a tower. So we sit on the internet. We get information, like we might see, you know, a certain breaking news. We might get information, and then we'll convey it to you. We'll warn you. Like, look what we just saw. We want to put you up on game, so you can prepare yourself. All right, go ahead.
God, it says, and will watch to see what he will say unto me,
Mm-hmm.
and what I shall answer when I am reproved.
Yep, go ahead.
And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables.
Now, what's the vision? The prophecies, man. Go ahead.
It said, and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth.
And that's what we're doing. We're running. That's why the Apostle Paul said,
The race.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's not to the sword.
Mm-hmm. So we running, and it, you know, just to simplify, you remember this guy Paul Revere, where he got the message and he ran and delivered. That's what we doing. We running and warning people, man. War is coming, man. All right, there's an army coming in the form of the missiles. All right, Joel the secretary is an army, the Lord's army is on the way, man. Prepare yourself. Go ahead.
It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time.
And that's the time we in. Now, go continue.
It said, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Which brings us to this clip. Let's show you what the visions is speaking. I hope y'all can hear this out here. We're going to just play it. If you can't hear it, let us know. And the let me know. All right, go ahead. Vision is speaking, man.
When the wheels of the economy stopped turning, so did the tractors.
Hit that. Already, man. When the wheels of the economy stop turning, so did the tractors, which the tractors is symbolic to the farmers. Right now, you have a great famine on the horizon, man. That great famine that was foretold to lay hold of America is here, man. All right, you 1 or 2 weeks away from going in the grocery store and not being able to get enough food to suffice your household.
Yep.
All right, because Jake's simple. You know, Jake's going to get Hot Pockets and shit like that, man.
Yep.
You know? Guess what? That's about to be taken away. You got pork. Oh, the Lord is, hey man, the Lord is cold. The Lord is shutting down these pork. Matter of fact, you got go ahead and bring that out real quick.
Can. This is
We're gonna go back to this video. Go ahead.
This is thehill.com.
Mm-hmm.
It says U.S. economy perilously close to meat shortage due to coronavirus closure.
Yeah, perilously. Did not we just we open up the lesson with perilous times shall come, man. See how the spirit work?
See,
Why that word? Why that word perilously right there? Because this is all the Lord's theatrics, man. This is the drama of Yahweh Shemel Shah. All right, go ahead up.
That's right. It says the CEO of Smithfield Foods warned.
And I seen that everywhere. I just saw that, Smithfield Foods. Go ahead.
The closure of its pork processing plant in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, as well as other meat facilities, could hurt the country's meat supply.
It is gonna hurt the country's meat supply, man. All right, right now you got these farmers that's not able to sell their products, which we're gonna go into, because the stores are shut down, and the stores, these different restaurants can't order them because ain't nobody coming to buy shit. You know? Go ahead.
It says the coronavirus pandemic is pushing the United States meat supply perilously close to the edge.
Yep, to the edge. Yep.
And Smithfield Foods announced Sunday is closing a key pork processing plant indefinitely after more than 200 employees test positive for COVID-19.
Hey man, this thing is heavy, man. That's, hey, we look at it, we see that that's Esau, that's the left hand, all right, doing what it do. But guess what? That's really Yahweh Shemel Shah, man. Because this coronavirus, it's nothing you can do about it, because the powers that be is setting the policy, they setting the tone, but it goes back to Yahweh Shemel Shah. The Lord taking you out your comfort zone, man. You got Cardi B and goddamn Offset. Oh, I saw they was on a live stream with Puff Daddy, man. Just talking shit, That's what you people been reduced to. Hey man, how about Shemel Shah ain't playing? And then they was just in regular clothes. She had a hair wrap, and he had on just like a dingy t-shirt, man. Offset. You know what I mean? The spirit about might just look at that nigga we had all this what you been reduced to with all the stones and diamonds and ice. See? But guess what? That's the Lord working his work. The Lord is debasing America, man. Well,
it says
because I cannot say real quick, right? When we speak about the pride of America, how is the pride of America on display? Through their celebrities. It ain't like America itself is the land. That pride is promoted through their celebrities, through the actors and actresses and even athletes, rappers and R&B singers. That's what a pride is presented to you. See? When we're talking about what new kicks they got, new shoes, high-end fashion, clothes and hoes, that's pride, right? So now the Lord is humbling these motherfuckers. Go ahead.
It said it is impossible to keep our grocery stores stocked if our plants.
Hold up, man. That's a strong word, man. Impossible. That's the Erie Sound. Hey, that's the Erie Sound, man. Okay? If I tell you that it's impossible for me to do anything, that's not encouraging, man. This the Erie Sound. Go ahead.
It said it is impossible to.
Hey, Americans obese, man. Americans is obese. All right, go ahead.
It is impossible to keep our grocery stores stocked if our plants are not running. These facility closures will also have severe, perhaps.
That's another strong word, severe. What happens when the Erie Sound of the tornado? Severe.
Yep. Yeah, that's it.
The Erie, you look at your phone, severe. Go ahead.
Says these facility closures will also have a severe, perhaps disastrous.
Hey, the storm coming, man. The storm coming. And what happens in a storm? All kind of debris is blowing. What kills you in a storm is the debris.
Yeah,
it ain't really the storm. Because the wind can blow you somewhere, yeah. But if it's a goddamn tie rim blow in 100 and some mile wind and it hits you, that will kill you. So debris brings in all the trash. The Lord is bringing in everything. There's debris coming from all angles. The food is shutting down. The grocery store, that's debris. You know what I mean? The chip, that's debris. You getting hit with everything, huh?
That's it.
That's the debris. That's what a storm does. Go ahead, huh?
Said these facility closures will also have a severe, perhaps disastrous repercussions for many in the supply chain. first and foremost, our nation's livestock farmers.
Oh, now let's pause there and let's go back here. Let's go back here.
Alex at Kern Carpenter's Homestead, Florida farm, but the rest will wither on the vine.
I'll probably have in the neighborhood of 60 to 70,000 boxes that I'll leave in the field.
Hey, can you pause that?
About 80%.
All right, this farmer they got in the neighborhood of 60 to 70,000 fruits and vegetables or whatever, and in particular they dealing with tomatoes and beans and stuff like that, right? He said it's gonna just be left in the field. They see how bad the Lord is, man. Meaning these different restaurants, they're not gonna come about. That's what you call the chain, a business chain. A chain is you buy it, I sell it, he sell it, he produce it, I buy it, and the consumer get it. That's what you call a food chain. You know, everybody works together. So when you put a chink in the armor, you take a link out of Lord, you take one link out the chain and it throws everything off. Yep, go ahead, get what you got.
2 Ezra 16:25. The tree shall give fruit, and who shall gather them?
Woo! The tree shall give fruit, and who shall gather? And that's what he just said. I got 60 to 70,000 boxes of fruit that just laid out in the field, man. Read that again. That's
It
bad.
said, the tree shall give fruit, and who shall gather them?
Mm-hmm.
The grapes shall ripe, and who shall tread them?
Yeah.
For all places shall be desolate of men.
And the Yahweh Shema Shai words is standing the test of time like they always have done, man.
Yep.
All right, now come on, let's play this again.
Tomatoes grown in Florida go to the food service industry, but with restaurants drastically scaled back and hotels, cruise ships, even schools closed, demand evaporated at a time when the fields are bursting with produce.
Oh, hit that. That was a surgical strike. This is the time where all the food is producing, and now these cruise ships, they order food, schools order food. See, people just obliviously walk, man. They don't even understand their surroundings. Their instincts ain't kicked in. They're nothing more than brute beasts, right? They don't understand that, like he just said, these cruise ships, these schools, these hotels, they ordering food from these farmers, right? And it's a certain time when you gotta get it. It's a certain time. If you don't get it at that time, everything is thrown off. This is the time where the food is producing.
Springtime.
It's bursting, you know? But now since the coronavirus shut down, these vegetables gonna go to waste. Now it's not like they can say, you know what? Everything go back to normal in a couple of months. We'll just start back over. No, because that's not how the farming industry works. It only grows a certain time. That's why you hear the harvest time, planting time, you know? So we're in a time of produce. But now, ain't nobody there to buy the farmers good. So just say if these devils say, okay, we're gonna own everything up in a couple of months. That's not gonna be the time of produce there. You know? So what's gonna happen? They're gonna be stuck. They're gonna be they're gonna lose after they produce all that stuff and there's not nobody there to buy it. They missed out on that chance. They can't hit the reset button. Or these farmers can say, you know what? We'll come back with the same tomato. No, them tomatoes gonna rot, man. So the Lord is working a bad work. And when you go into I'm tempted to look it up. Strategies of war.
Oh, that's hard there.
Go to that real quick.
Hard there.
That's why the scripture said the Lord is a man of war. All right? Now look at that. It should be on Wikipedia. And then they give you a list of war strategies. You got something?
Y'all gotta look more on this.
Mhm,
It
go
says these farmers have nowhere to send their animals. He said.
Yeah.
That's just what you was going into. They don't have. They can't send. They sell their supplies to these schools, these hospitals, these cruise ships, even. All right, because ain't nobody occupying no place. Hey, bread at the circus. You know these sports venues. Hey, ain't nobody in school.
Yeah, that's a
ain't
good
nobody
point.
buying that stuff, man. So it goes to waste, man.
And that's the way how the Lord ain't nothing to play with, man. You know, that's why the scripture talk about that breach ready to fall. You didn't know that you was in the hand of the Lord the whole time. You overlooked the fact that it was Yahweh Shema Shai who was in control. You know, you thought the farmers, you thought everything was laid out perfect. You didn't anticipate this, you know?
I got
What you got? What was that?
A little bit more.
Go ahead, continue.
It says the meat producing company said it will resume operations once further discretion is received from local, state, and federal officials.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
too many
level.
Yeah, that's too many levels, man. There's too many channels I got to go through. All right, you put me on hold, then give me another line, and you call this line. Man, that's too much, man. That's too much to go through, man. All right, but guess what? That proves that the America as you once know it is not going to be the same. The very landscape of this place is going to change. And again, this is the message. This is, that's why people get offended. Nobody want to hear bad news, man.
Right.
But that's what we are. Okay? We are that Erie Sound of Yahweh Shemal Shah. If you looking to hear good news, then just get out of here, man. All right? So then come up. So give me, you got more?
I got a little more.
Continue.
It says the company says it will compensate its employees for the next 2 weeks and hopes.
That's not nothing, man. The next 2 weeks.
Yeah,
The next 2 weeks. Come on, man. Hey, that's not comforting. And guess what? That's bad news. That's not good. I don't want to hear that. 2 weeks. Go ahead.
It says, and hopes to, quote, keep them from joining the ranks of the 10 of millions of unemployed Americans across the country.
The 10 of millions unemployed. Somebody give me that real quick. Isaiah 19, there shall be no work in Egypt. You know exactly what he... Get that real quick. Yeah, get that real quick.
I don't know why that's so real quick.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
That's something real quick.
Yeah, bring that up.
It's on 2 Ezra 15:5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what the Lord's bringing. Hey, and that lets you know that the plague is all those things. The sword is a plague. Destruction is a plague. Famine is a plague. All right? So you got something up?
You want to get to the point?
Get that and go to the point.
Yeah, this is Isaiah 19:15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt.
Right, and that's why we just read tens of millions of unemployment in America, man. Which again, America is based upon trade. This is a place of business. And the farmers is a part of that. Go ahead.
It says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail.
Oh, that means the top of the food chain, all right, to just some random guy, a damn sack boy at the grocery store. Go ahead.
It said, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do.
Right. So that includes everybody. The farmers made a lot of money, man. That's the source. Matter of fact, somebody give me Jeremiah 50 real quick. Jeremiah 50 and start at 15. Jeremiah 50 and 15.
This Jeremiah.
Because right now, what we just played for you on the video, what's the title of it? Farmers devastated. Fuck that. There go that Erie Sound. You don't want to hear that, man. If you you know what I mean? Come on, man. If you're a red-blooded American, you don't want to hear me tell you that farmers is devastated right now, man. See, we the bearers of bad news. Come on, man. If you're, come on, man. Yeah, you're a red-blooded American. If you optimistic about America making a comeback, you don't want to hear us, man. All right, come on, give me what you got.
Okay, this is the book of Joel 2 and verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble.
Woo! So this trumpet is eerie. Once we blow this trumpet, you're going to tremble. It's going to bring a certain level of dis-ease. Go ahead.
It says, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is not at hand.
For it's not at hand. Now give me what you got.
God, this is Jeremiah.
50 and started like 15.
Yeah, Jeremiah 50 and 15. Shout against her round about.
Wait, shout against her. We not encouraging you, man. We shouting against you round about. And that's dealing with all these different groups you see as they spring forth, man. Throughout the landscape of Babylon, America, and near and far throughout the world for that matter. These different camps, they shout out against America. We telling you that this place is finished. Go ahead.
Shout against her round about. She have given her hand. Her foundations are fallen.
Oh, what's a part of the foundations of America? farmers, man.
That's it.
Continue.
It says, her walls are thrown down.
Yep, her defense.
Mhm.
Wall symbolizes defense. It ain't just got to do with military. Your defense is your economy. Your defense is your agriculture, your monetary, whatever, man. Your walls is falling. Go ahead.
It said, for it is the vengeance of the Lord.
This is this is the work of the Lord. Go ahead.
It says, take vengeance upon her as she have done, do unto her.
Yep.
Cut off the sower from
Oh,
Babylon.
read that again.
Cut off the sower from Babylon.
What's the sower? The farmer, man. Cut off the sower from Babylon. Go ahead.
And him that handled the sickle.
Yeah, and him that handled the sickle. Hey, somebody look up the word sickle real quick in the blue letter. Right there in Jeremiah 50 and 16. Read that again.
It said, cut off the sower from Babylon.
Yeah, cut off the soil from Babylon. That's a pressure point. That's a nerve point. You know, if you look at a body, you got main arteries. If that artery get clogged up, it affects the whole body.
Yep.
Right? So now the Lord bad. That was a strategy. That's a general telling his soldiers, cut off. That's why I hope you can get that, man. You can't get that.
trying to restart.
Hey, you know what? Somebody look that up. You look it up too, Yamasa. Look up list of war strategies
That's bad.
in the Wikipedia. That's bad. That's bad, right?
Straight up.
Because these generals, these different armies, they follow the strategies of Yahweh Shemai Shah, man. Because he's the ultimate warrior. All right? Go ahead.
It said, cut off the sower from Babylon.
Mm-hmm. That's a war strategy. If you listen to it if you listen to it through the spirit,
Yep.
that's nothing more than a general with the blueprint. Hey, cut off the supply, cut off, cut off the soil, which the soil is the farmer, man. That's the foundation of America.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
It says, in him that handled the sickle in the time of harvest.
Now, you got this word sickle?
Yeah, you look like they're really giving me.
Okay, come on, give me what you got.
It says sickle. Sickle in a simple Google, it says a short-handled farming tool.
See? A short-handed farming tool. So this sickle right here is a farming tool. So that soil gotta be a farmer. So the scripture said, cut off the soil or the farmer. Are we not present to you? See, we didn't concoct some damn plan, man. This was all in the prophecies right here. And it's coming together. It's being jointly fitted together perfectly, man. This is perfection with the Lord, the words of the Lord, the counsel of Yahweh Shemai Shai is proving that it stands the test of time, man. Because right now, we see that the farmers is devastated. The brother brought out information about these meat factories and processing plants being shut down. This is all an effort of the Lord. Hey, do you got that information up?
I got it. It's so much.
Now, but what I want is, you got it?
Uh,
Now, let me see.
Food supplies.
That's what I want. It's a certain point where one of the strategies to cut off the food supplies.
Okay.
I got a quick precept line.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's the book of Isaiah 3 verse 1. For behold, the Lord of hosts, doth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the whole state of the whole.
Yeah, I gotta break down.
This is, let me read it again from Isaiah 3 and 1.
Okay.
For behold, the Lord of hosts, doth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the state and the staff, the whole state of bread and the whole state of water.
The whole state of bread and the whole state of water. Now, where it stay right there is the stability, and that's really what stabilizes you, America. Man, as long as you can order a pizza, you good. As long as you can take a shower and flush the toilet, you good. But guess what? The Lord gonna take that away.
Yep.
All right. So that's a war strategy.
Yep.
All right. Now, real quick, let's read this information right here.
Okay, this from Wikipedia.com.
Okay, go ahead.
War strategies.
War strategies. Go ahead.
And this is an offensive strategy.
This is an offensive strategy, meaning what? This is someone that's on an offensive, not a defensive strategy.
Yep.
This is somebody that's taking the fight. The Lord is on an offensive. The Lord has waged war against America.
God.
Now we're gonna point out one of the strategies of a great warrior. All right, go ahead.
So it says blockades, siege, investment. It says an attempt to cut off food.
This is a war strategy. To cut off food. Hold up. Read Jeremiah again, 15 and 16.
Jeremiah 15 and 16. cut off the sword from Babylon.
Same word. Cut off the sword. Cut off the farmer. Now let's go back here to this war strategy.
It says an attempt to cut off food.
Right, so this is a strategy. You cut off food. Hey, for an example, when you go back to 70 AD, off the food supplies. That's a major. That lets you know that you're under attack. You're under attack by an invincible. You're under attack by an invincible force, man. An invincible power. He didn't cut off your supplies, right? Oh shit. You know? Go ahead.
It says an attempt to cut off food, supplies, war material, or communications from a particular area by force.
And that's what these tornadoes, what they call so-called natural disaster, that cuts off communication too. And you know, you experience it for a minute, you get all bugged out, then shit restored. But it's gonna be a time where your shit gonna be cut off. Your communication's gonna be cut off. All right? Go ahead.
It says usually taking place by sea. But
Hold up. Taking place by what?
By sea.
Now, what is sea? Sea is import. Sea is import. Is not the imports cut off?
The water made them great.
The water made them great. And you can get it. You know what I mean? Go ahead and get it. Go ahead and experience. So it said it's usually by sea. So the Lord gave us this information to show you that that's what the scripture says, that the Lord ruleth in the kingdom of men. Everything that's happening is the fingerprints of Yahweh Shema shines on it, man. And I gotta say this, man, we're in beautiful times, man. All right, when we hear this information, it pumps us up, man. You should be rejoicing in your spirit because you know you can get nervous, yeah. But at the end of the day, look, I'm with you, man, because everything you believe, I'm showing you that it's happening, right? Go ahead, give me what you got.
Yeah, Ezekiel 31:4. It said the waters made him great.
Made who great? America. Go ahead.
The deep set him up on high.
Right, dealing with the imports. Everything come in through ships. You know? You ain't got 50 cars on the goddamn airplane. It won't hold it. They come in through ships. Right. Everything come in through ships. Go ahead.
It said the deep set him up on high with her rivers running round about his plants, and sent out of her little rivers unto all the trees of the field.
Right. So now let's go back to this last part right here. Read that one more time.
Okay, it says usually it's a particular area by force. It says usually taking place by sea.
So this cutoff, this blockade, and this siege, and this war strategy usually take place by sea. So that's dealing with America, man. All right. So everything works for the effort of prophets. So you had some over there?
I got a precept.
All right, bring it out, then we go back over here.
It's in Psalms 105:16. Moreover, he called for a famine upon the land.
Yeah, he called for a famine. So, that's a war, a general. I called for it, send out a famine, cut out the sea. He ordered for a famine. Go ahead.
He break the whole staff of bread.
Yeah, he breaks the whole staff of bread. And that's a war strategy. This is not some random act. This is a meticulous, this is a surgical strike at the hand of Yahweh Shema Shai right here. All right, what you got something?
Oh, no, I ain't got it.
All right, let's go back to Jeremiah.
Yeah, to Jeremiah 50:16. It said,
somebody get Matthew 10.
It says, cut off the sword from Babylon and
cut off the sword. We just read the blockade is to cut off the food supplies. And we know that the sword is the farmer. All right, go ahead.
It says, in him that handled the sickle.
And we looked up the word sickle. Sickle translates to a farming tool, which means by default, this sword must be a farmer. So the Lord said, cut off the sword or the farmer. Go ahead.
And him that handled the sickle in the time of harvest.
Did they just say that this is the time where the food is producing?
Yep.
The Lord said, cut them off right in the time of harvest. Right. Go ahead.
It says, for fear of the oppressing. For the fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn every one to his people, and they shall flee every one to his own land.
Right. So the fear of the oppressing sword, that oppressing sword is Esau. That's the title.
Yep.
The oppressing sword.
That's it.
Yep. That's it. So give me Matthew 10. Oh, you got a precept?
I was going back to that article, but you
Okay, yeah, you know what? I didn't know you had more. Go ahead and get that. And give me-
It was just a little bit more. It said Smithfield is one of several meat companies that have suspended or cut back on production due to the coronavirus in recent weeks. JBS USA has closed a beef plant in Pennsylvania.
Oh, goddamn. Give me Ecclesiastes the 12th chapter, man. Goddamn, man. Hey, man, if you don't see the prophecies popping off, man, I don't know what to say, man. That means you don't have eyes, man. Right. When we hear anything, we hear that like that, scriptures come to mind. Go ahead.
What you want to
Please
start?
start the top.
All right, kind of Ecclesiastes 12 and 1.
No, wait, jump to the point.
All right, kind of Ecclesiastes 12 and
Like 3 or 4.
3. Let's see, 3. Yep, it says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble.
Right, and the keeper of the house would be those that watch for, the stock market. Those the keepers of the house. They watch the Dow Jones. They're sitting there watching to see if the GDP is, They trembling right now. The shit ain't going right. The money ain't flowing.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It said, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease.
Yep, that's dealing with the job. We just read where you got over 200 jobs. Hey, fuck that. You got over 10 million people who have who trying to get unemployment, man. Go ahead.
It says, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows shall be darkened.
Yep.
It said, and the doors shall be shut in the streets.
Right, and they're dealing with these stores. Somebody get, I think that's Isaiah. Is that Isaiah 24?
Oh my God, 24 and something.
Yep, that's spirit. Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah 24 and verse 7. The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, and all the merry-hearted do sigh.
Right, and that's who is the merry-hearted? The American. The average American is a merry-hearted mother. They come on, man. If you look up, they on their phone taking a damn selfie, man. Not exciting. Go ahead.
It says the mirth of tabrets ceaseth, and the noise of them that rejoice endeth, and the joy of the harp ceaseth.
Yep, nigga bumping the music. The joy of the harp, you know what I mean?
Yep.
That's when you know it's a day. It's summer. It's not nigga say it's a crunk. Some nigga ride by bumping, you know what I mean? That's the noise and mirth, right?
It says
somewhere, right?
It says they shall not drink wine with strong they song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drinketh it.
Right, and that's dealing with this Erie Sound. This that strong drink. It's bitter to you.
Yep.
Right?
It says the city of confusion is broken down.
And that's America. Go ahead.
Every house is shut up.
What's them houses that shut up? These different stores. Go ahead.
That no man.
Oh, and that's bad because right now they even the Lord making it more dramatic because these stores they actually putting plywood up. You do got the certain store they got the you pull down. It's giving off the vibrational look. It's shut down if it don't even think about bringing your ass up. You know what I mean? That's what they're going into. Yeah, go ahead.
It says every house. It says every house is shut up that no man may come in. It says there is a crying for wine in the streets.
Right, people want answers. Go ahead.
All joy is darkened.
All joy is darkened, meaning you don't have no understanding. You're in the dark. You don't really know what's going on, man. Right. Go ahead.
It says the mirth of the land is gone.
The mirth of the land is gone. All right.
I got a quick piece up.
What you got?
Yeah, this said Ezra 6 and 22. It said, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown.
Woo! And that's dealing with these different cities. When something is sown, that means it's established, it's planted. Now all of a sudden, the same city, the same damn bar, is not. You know what I mean? 3,000 bucks. It was sown at one time. It's how bad the Lord is, man. Them niggas offended us too, man. Y'all remember, man. Y'all remember, man. That 3,000 bucks, they offended just the sight of them. The Lord uprooted that shit on our behalf, man.
That's right.
What?
It says, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
And when you go into these stores, these aisles is dwindling, man. 3 or 4 packs of,
Yep.
You got more, man?
Back in Ecclesiastes 12 and 4. It said, and the doors shall be shut in the streets.
Yep.
when the sound of the grinding is low.
Hey, come on, man. You can't tell me this ain't the most powerful book on the planet Earth, man.
That's right.
We reading everything that's happening right now, man. Go ahead.
It says, when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird.
Right, and that means you out of just to give you a vivid illustration of what that's going into. To rise up at the sound of the bird. When you comfortable, when you got everything going for you, you sleep to 12 o'clock, man. Only those who need the money get up early, and those who are uncomfortable is up early. You know, motherfuckers. You know, I'm talking about like these motherfuckers who got a little bread and shit. Man, they sleep to 1 o'clock, man. But guess what? Now Offset gonna be up at 5 in the morning, man. Cause he affecting everybody now. I don't give a damn who you are. You can't go and get a steak. You know, you can't. You know. Hey, now our reality have become your reality, man. Welcome to reality. Go ahead.
It says, it's like it says,
That's it,
and all the daughters of the music shall be.
Oh, that's spirit.
That's
See?
spirit.
All the daughters of music will be brought up.
Yep, that's it.
All right, yeah. So give me Matthew 10. What you reading on there?
It was just a little bit more.
Okay, yeah. Finish it up.
Okay, yeah. It says JBS USA has closed a beef plant in Pennsylvania and cut production at a facility in Colorado. So there's 2 plants, huge plant problem. And it says while Cargill and Tyson Foods.
Oh yeah, that is a huge plant. In Colorado, that's where all these big plants at, in these rural areas. You know, places with potatoes, Idaho, and that's the nerve, that's the central place for America. Oh, we saw that. You know, we didn't travel, we didn't roll past damn miles of corn.
Right.
Go ahead up.
It says while Cargill and Tyson Foods have closed plants in Pennsylvania and Iowa. So that's the chicken. You know,
Tyson.
Yeah.
Oh man, hey, that's your hot wings. That's your hey, that's your chicken spot.
That's right.
That's your chicken spot compromised now. Hey man, call hello y'all about Hey, give me a whole second Ezra's on deck, man. Second Ezra 16 and 18.
Okay, time. Yep.
And give me somebody whole Lamentations 4 on deck. Go back to where you at, the information you got.
Oh yeah. Well,
that was it?
Yeah, that was it on that. Yeah,
okay.
That was it on that.
So hey, that's a part of the Erie Sound. Yeah. That's not welcoming. That's not easy on your ears. For us to tell you that Tyson chicken, you know. Come on, man. That's why we're here. That's why we're here, man. All right.
Yep.
So yeah, give me. Yep, that's what I want. Matthew 10. Yep.
St. Matthew chapter 10 and verse 34, it says, "Think not that I am come to send peace on earth."
Right. So the Lord has not come to send peace on earth, because real quick, if somebody give me, you know what? Since you in Matthew the 10th chapter, jump down to I believe that's what is that 40th verse?
What is that?
Those who hear you.
You're like 41, something like that. 40, 41.
Yeah, jump down, and then somebody give me Luke 10 to 16 real quick. Because the Lord said, "Think not that I have come to send peace on the earth." So He really is us. The Lord sent us to push out the vibration of destruction and war. Go ahead, up.
St. Matthew 10 and verse 40.
That's it.
"He that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me."
That's the chain of command. So the Lord said, "He that receiveth you," meaning what? If you receive what we teach, if you can retain this message, that means you retain the words of Yahushua. That's why even Yahushua said, if you can receive it, you know, that means this message. See? All right. So come on.
Yeah, Luke 10 and 16. "He that heareth you heareth me, and he that despiseth you despiseth me."
So either you're going to hear this and receive it, or you're going to despise it. You're going to receive it, or you're going to reject it. Those are two extremes. And with this being so raw, all right, starting with the apostles, this message so raw, either you're going to love it or leave it, man. But
it said, "He that despiseth me despiseth him that sent me."
That's it. All right. Come on, so let's go back. Oh, Matthew 10, yep. Read that again.
Matthew 10 and 34, it says, "Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
And that sword symbolizes what? Destruction.
Right.
All right. So now let's go. Give me what you got real quick before we go here.
Luke 10 and 16.
Yep. We out. But that spirit, bring it out again. Go ahead.
It says, "He that heareth you hears me, and he that despiseth you despiseth me, and he that despiseth me despiseth him that sent me."
Hey, the best way I can simplify that, if the power guy show up at your house to disrupt the services, you pissed at him. But it ain't him. It's the executive of the company, man. The executive sent him. All right? And he usually got that clipboard. He got some paperwork to validate why he there. See? That's what we hear. We hear. You see that?
Paperwork.
You mad at us, but we gonna show you the paperwork. Look, man. Yep. That's what the boss said. Yep. Yep. Go ahead. Go give me what you got now.
Yeah, this second Ezra 16 and 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mourning. The beginning of famine and great death.
Oh, the beginning of famine and great death. Famine is gonna spill over. Famine gonna be that domino to bring great death, man. All right? And that's gonna be a cruel work by Yahweh Shemel Shah. Because famine is something. I'm gonna say this real quick, man. I don't give a damn how stubborn you are. You can be a damn atheist. You gotta eat. Now, give me Luke.
Okay.
Give me Luke 24.
Yep.
Before you get it, give me who got that Lamentation? Lamentation 4 and 9. Somebody get that real quick. I don't give a damn how you can say, you know what, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear your man. You know what? I don't believe in a higher power. But guess what? When that stomach starts speaking, you know what I mean?
Yep.
That's the Lord showing you I got you. Because when you read the book of Job, it tells you how the Lord feed everybody.
Okay.
When the ravens cry out for blood,
Yep.
the Lord feed everybody. Do you know that the Lord set the, and I'm not making this up, this is in the scriptures. I think that's Job 38. The Lord set the scenario for lions to catch their prey, man.
Yep.
The Lord actually said that. That's the Lord. You know what that really the Lord is doing? There's like a waiter coming out and said, "What you want?" And you say, "Oh, give me this." All right, it'll be here in a minute. Well, that's what happens when a damn deer come in the sights of a lion. That's the Lord setting his food up for him, man. Oh, and it even talk about that. I think that's in Ecclesiastes 43, where it talk about how the Lord, the deep sea, how the Lord feed the animal. He satisfied the sea. He satisfied those that's in the depths of the sea. The Lord feed everybody, man. So this is how the Lord gets you. That's why famine, when you go into all the plagues, famine is brought up the most. See what I'm saying? So give me Lamentations 4 real quick, 4 and 9.
Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 9. They that be slain with
And
the
that's so that
sword.
I'm in control. Like the Lord in control, right? Look, fuck what you think of your stubbornness. Deep down, you need to eat. So I'm the only somebody who can supply this. So that's just like I hate this. I don't want to use this example, but let's say like if it's a drought, you know, on whatever drugs, whatever. If I got it, you at my mercy. I ain't got to wake up and nothing. I ain't got to answer my phone. You got to come. You know, you got to wait on me. So that's where the Lord got everybody. The Lord feeds you. All right. That's why that famine throwed up so much. Go ahead.
Lamentations 4 and 9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger.
See that? So that dying of hunger is a cruel way to die. Because your body needs food. Given that how stubborn you are, you can be headstrong. I don't want to hear that. But guess what? When that food, you know, that's why, matter of fact, give me Isaiah 65 and 13 up. All right, go ahead, read this again and finish it off.
Lamentations 4 and 9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger, for these pine away stricken through for want of the fruits of the field.
Right, because one thing about food is it's a psychological element to it. What drives your appetite? First, you have a taste for something. Man, I got a taste for wings. Then that sets off wings in your mind. You can actually taste the texture of your teeth breaking into that wing.
Mouth started getting
Your
water.
mouth started getting water. Man, that's your how about Shemal Shah right there, man. And that's why this prophecy is wrote as a reward. Read that, Isaiah 65:13.
Isaiah 65:13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servant shall eat.
So why is that there? My servant shall eat. Because that's a very important perspective, you know, when it comes to the plague. Go ahead.
It said, but ye shall be hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
See that? So it's centered around that satisfies you.
Okay.
That's why when you read, I think it's Proverbs, where there's nothing for a man to eat, drink, and be merry, right?
Right.
That's the climax to everything you do. You go out shopping, the climax of the day, let's stop and get something to eat. You go on a date, let's stop and get something to eat. Somebody die, let's eat. Somebody have a graduation, let's eat. See? So, and we're going to show you through the Spirit that even, well, let's read it.
Yeah, this St. Luke 24, I'm starting at 36. It said, as when they spake, they thus spake, Yahushua himself stood in the midst of them.
Now let's set the stage. This is after the crucifixion and resurrection of Yahushua, if you will. His disciples were gathered, and the Lord suddenly stood in the midst of them. Go ahead.
And said unto them, peace be unto you.
So the first thing he said to them was Shalom. Go ahead.
But they were terrified.
And they were terrified. They started hiding and jumping behind seats and hiding. They were scared to death. Go ahead.
It said, and it is supposed that they had seen the Spirit.
Go ahead.
And he said unto them, why are ye troubled? And why do thoughts arise in your heart?
He was reading their mind. Go ahead.
Behold, my hands and my feet, that it is I myself. Handle me and see, for a spirit have not flesh and bones, as ye see me have.
And that's a cut on hell. That's the cut on hell. The spirit don't have flesh and bones, so how can it burn?
Right.
Go ahead.
It says, and when he has thus spoken, he showed them his hands and his feet.
Then what was the very next thing? Go ahead.
And while they yet believed not for joy, they believed not for joy and wondered, he said unto them, have ye here any meat?
Have you anything meat? Have you anything to eat? Why? Because he was in that flesh. So you can't get around that, man. Your body got to eat. So this is a surgical strike from your Yahweh Shema Shah. Take away the bread. Okay? Hey, man, it's beautiful times we're in right now, man. You know? All right? That was it on that,
Yeah,
right?
that pretty much.
What you got? Go
This
ahead.
is Job 38:41. Who provided the raven his food?
Yeah, who provided the raven his food? Go ahead.
When his young ones cry unto the Most High.
Right, because that really motivates you. And that's what's going to happen, man. Here come the Erie Sound again. You know, being honest, like, man, you're going to see your little one ribs begin to show, man. With your power in your hand. What's going to happen then? When he died, he crying for food, man. That's what they're going into. See, everything's centered around prophecy, man. When your little ones cry for food, your instincts of survival going to kick in. You're going to want to go and feed them. Right. Only your how about Shema Shah. See, the Lord going to take away everything that you thought was an outlet. And you're going to have to either the Lord with you or he's not. That's what we're going to boil down to. Go ahead, up.
This is Psalms 147 and verse 9.
Matter of fact, can you read that one more time? Read that right one more time.
This is Job 38:41. Who provideth the raven his food when his young ones cry unto the Most High?
Yep, and continue.
They wonder for the lack of meat.
Yep, they wonder for the lack of meat. Go ahead. Continue. Go back. Keep saying that, Job.
It goes to 39.
Okay. Is that talking about the
dens, couch and the dens.
The couch and the dens? Go to that. Go to all that.
Okay. All right. I'm starting at 39. So, this is Job 38 and 39. Wilt thou hunt the prey for the lion?
See? So the Lord is the one that feeds the lion. When you see a lion hunt, a deer, it ain't that lion, it's the Lord. The Lord had a deer. Real talk, I was just watching a lion, right? A lioness. I was watching a documentary. And the lioness, it was spiritual because the lioness was patient. And her patience paid off. The lion was hungry as all hell, but even the narrator said, but her patience paid off. I was looking at everything spiritual. The Lord sent a damn warthog through there. And it was a big ass field. Like the warhawk popped out of nowhere. But the narrator said her patience paid off. You know what I mean? So that's the scripture. Read that again.
Job 38 and 39. Wilt thou hunt the prey for the lion?
See that the Lord hunt the prey for the lion. Go ahead.
Or feel the appetite of the young lion?
Go ahead.
When they couch in their den.
Right, because in their den they be hungry than all hell, man. You consider lions and shit like that, they don't just kill just to fuck with you. They kill out of necessity, man.
Okay.
And the only way they can eat, they have to have a prey. That's set up by the Lord. Go ahead.
It says, when they couch in their dens and abide in the covert to lie in wait, who provideth the raven his food when young ones cry to the Most High.
Yep.
They
And not really, see, we can really go up more because it goes to the eagle. He feed the eagle and everybody. You know? But we go just, for the interest of time, just read that and finish
It
off.
says, who provided for the raven his food when his young ones cry unto
And
the
that's the
Most
spirit.
High.
I just had the thought in my mind, and you would think about it when you see like them nests, them birds in their nest, all them babies always have their mouth open. All they want is fucking food, man. All right, go ahead.
It says they wonder for lack of meat.
Yeah, they wonder for lack of meat, not for nothing else. And that's what's going to happen to your people. That's why scripture says, consider the beasts of the field. So your Jordans and your late model car, your high-end fashion, your Gucci belts, it's not going to even matter to you, man. Only thing going to be, you're going to be reduced to the eating, man. See? So, yep.
This is Psalms 147 and 9. He giveth to the beast his food and to the young ravens which cry.
Woo! Yep. Who do that? Yeah, how about that? Right. The Lord giveth and take it away. Right. That's why the scriptures say, man, your daily bread. Man, we just sitting back going with the motions, man. The Lord gonna feed us, man. Even if it's just a one quick meal, you might not eat for 2 or 3 days, but you gotta be patient. Right. And the Lord will bring a feast in. Yep, do what you got up.
Because it's the book of Job 5 and verse 20. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword.
Right, and that's restore. Now, when you go into the word restaurant, do you know the word restaurant goes back to restore? You get restored. You go to a restaurant, you restore yourself. So the Lord gonna redeem you and restore you. It's gonna be a spiritual restaurant for you believers out there. All right. See, the Lord, this is drama, man. Now, what you gotta realize, this is drama, man. The Lord never been bland. Everything is about drama. You go back to Judah, how everything went with Judah. You know, man, that's a story that lets you know how the Lord get down. Yeah. Remember when Judah, who that was? He ended up dressing up like a prostitute. Yeah, And but that was one of his sons, old lady. You know, but the seed had to continue. So what she did, she dressed up like a prostitute, so Judah can pop her. And she came to him. And she said, okay, promise me. She said, leave me with your staff, right? Yep. That was drama, man. So it was him. He was the one that ended up getting her pregnant, man. Who set that up? How about Shemai Shah? Moral of the story is, don't expect this thing to just play out. Expect everything to go wild. Expect this thing to be filled with drama and theatrics, man. Expect to be in tight situations. Expect to be in a situation where the Lord got to work a miracle to feed you, man. All right?
That's all really
All right, do what you got. You got something?
It's Luke 12 and 22.
Well, you got something?
It's Luke 12 and 22. And he said unto his disciples, therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, where you shall eat, neither for
now,
your body.
see, Lord so bad, these scriptures starting to make more sense now. See, that scripture right there, you know, you thought that was just a basic scripture. That scripture is going to make more sense in the time we come. That's going to be a powerful scripture to remember in the time we're coming into now. You know, everybody want to be deep, going to the breakdown. That right there is going to make more sense in the time that's coming. Take no thought of your life. When you outside, you got to remember that. Take no thought of your life. Don't even worry about it. Go ahead.
Read on Luke 12
That
and
the
2.
boy, you the raven.
Take no thought for your life, where you shall eat,
the raven.
nor for the neither for the body, where you shall put on.
So it's bad. So like, hey, yeah, you gotta go and break it down. So you know, like,
Luke 12 and I'll read it again. Luke 12 and 22. He said unto the disciples, therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life.
Most I talking to his servants, man. You know, those that's storing up their treasures in heaven right now to be protected, to receive these benefits in the time. Go ahead.
Read on what you shall eat, neither for the body what you shall put on.
It says take no worry, right? What's the opposite of worry? Having faith. You know, being assured of the things that the Most High promised you that you're going to receive. In those times, you got to have faith. Have faith in what up? You got it.
Reading on Luke 12:22, what you shall eat, neither for the body what you shall put on. Luke 12:23, the life is more than meat, and the body is more than raiment.
Right. So in these times, you shouldn't worry, man. Because those that have a faith right now, those that storing up their treasure in heaven, like we said, you shouldn't have no worries, man. You should have all faith. Faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, because Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is the one that provide all these things, man. You know, such as food and a famine. All right, what's that scripture you brought out in that lesson? My servant shall eat. See, you get that real quick. So, we already brought it up?
Yep.
Oh, okay, come.
Yeah, get what you got real quick.
Oh, this is Matthew 4:4. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth.
But why is that written? Because you're being in this flesh, you want food. Give a damn how headstrong you is. You don't believe. You know what I mean? You stubborn. Man, when them them hunger pains kick in, we gonna see who you go to. All right, yeah, go ahead.
It says, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Most High.
Right, so we live by the words of Yahweh. That's going to lead to us being accommodated, if you will, with everything that we need. So, you know, man, we ain't going to run it no more than that. You know, Spirit did what it do. And, oh, you got more of that?
I want to finish off with
yeah, go ahead.
Luke 12:24. Consider the ravens, for they neither sow nor reap.
Woo, yeah, they don't hustle and bustle. Save money and sign contracts. Go ahead.
Which neither have storehouse nor barn.
Right, what that storehouse and barn mean? Banks. That's what that means.
Yeah.
When you go to storehouses and barns, that means saving money in banks. You got a damn app. All right, go ahead.
And God feed and the Most High feeding them.
And Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua feed them. Hey man, that gonna make so much sense. And how we coming into. Remember that precept right there. Go ahead.
How much more are you better than the fire?
Hey man, that's pep talk, man. Hey, call Allah Yahweh Ba'Shem. So I said we are much better. The elect is way much better than them. And guess what? They can take flight. All right. So you got something else? All right, so with that, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Rakakwadash.
Double honor to our teachers, the head apostles and elders, the great millstone. Shalom to you laborers out there, the fellow laborers, pushing in his word, and to you believers, the Akim and Aqua brothers and sisters alike, strive to be true to the next time. Shalom.
Shalom. DTA, abide, abide.